Clearly, fuck it. I don't know. Hi, everybody. First video.
What?
Because we're recording, remember?
Wait, are we starting over?
I don't know what we're doing.
I'm cool with it.
Yeah,
Let's
we
do
can
that.
just talk about some shit. Whatever.
We can edit that out.
Yeah, it's fine. So, I'm
Hi.
Sam.
I'm Amber.
Remember, this is the
Drunken
Drunken Library.
We get drunk.
When we talk about books, it's a good time. Everybody will have a party.
Yeah.
It's great.
Now, we're not trying to break down philosophical things, and we're not BFFs with the authors, because we never met most of them.
No.
So,
If I did, I'd probably, squeal like a little girl and faint and cry a little.
I'd pee myself.
She'd pee herself. Nobody wants that.
No.
But we do consider ourselves some sort of book enthusiasts.
Yeah.
We read a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about it a lot. We thought we would like to talk about it with you whilst drinking.
Because, I mean, we do it anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
So-
you know, it's fine. Today, we're going to talk about this here book,
Holes.
Louis Sachar. We're going to go Sachar.
Yeah.
I think that's how it's pronounced. We don't really know, because, as she said, not BFFs with the author.
Yeah.
Although, sorry if it's wrong.
Yeah.
If it's right, cool, we guessed.
Yay!
It was published in
1998.
1998. We learned that recently by looking at the copyright page.
It's the thing.
In case you were wondering how to figure out when a book was published,
It's on the copyright page.
it's on the copyright
It's
page.
the one.
That's how you
know
do
what?
it.
I'm just gonna go ahead and show everybody
Because
you know,
reasons.
most people
Yeah.
know. Some people don't. It's cool.
It's this
It's this
page
one.
here
It's with all the stuff
and the things.
and whatever.
So,
So
what's it about? They ask. The world wants to know what it's about. It's about this kid named Stanley,
and a couple other dudes,
who are pretty cool mostly.
mostly, possibly delinquents.
No.
Mostly delinquents.
We've all made mistakes. Sometimes
Except Stanley.
Except for Stanley. His mistake was being born to a cursed family. Yeah, mistake.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Do not be born into a cursed family.
If you've already done it, then I'm sorry. It's too late for you.
We can't help you.
Yeah.
It's done.
But, Zero made that one mistake. But, because he stole some shoes.
He stole shoes.
He stole shoes.
But then he threw them off a bridge.
Because he felt guilty.
Yeah.
Stealing the shoes.
Remorse.
Yeah. It's important.
It hits people in the head.
Yeah. Literally. Hit Stanley.
In the head.
Right in the head. You know, it's cool. But, it's about these kids. Some are possibly delinquents, but Stanley, not
Innocent.
a delinquent. Innocent. Primarily innocent. They're jerks.
Yeah.
But he got hit in the head with some shoes.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens to me a lot. I hit in the head with stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cabinets. Walls.
My own
Clear
feet.
doors. How?
Actually, that's a funny story. I'll have to tell you some other time. But they go to this camp for delinquent children. Not a camp. It's also supposed to be on a lake. It's not a lake.
There's
no lake. It's a lie. It's just a camp full of lies.
It's a lie camp.
Lie camp.
It's not Camp Green Lake.
It's Camp Green Lie.
The shade of money and shame and envy.
They're envious of all the kids who get to go to a real camp with a real lake. Yeah.
But also they're delinquents, so that's why they're not at a real camp with a real lake.
That's true.
Yeah.
But they go to
Except
this
for
camp.
Stanley. Poor Stanley. Poor Stanley.
He's innocent. But they have to dig holes. Hence the title.
Holes.
Holes. Right. Well, dig holes. 5 feet deep, 5 feet in every
around.
direction. Around.
Use the shovel.
The circle. The shovel. The shovel measures. One of the shovels a little bit shorter than the
Tiny
other
bit.
ones.
Little
Just not much. Not much at all.
It doesn't really matter.
But there's only one kid who ever gets that shovel.
Yeah.
Because
He's
he's
a
got
jerk.
that place on the lock. He
Yeah.
knows. He knows what's
Been
up.
there a while.
Yeah, because he's a delinquent. Obviously. But,
If I was a delinquent, I would want the shortest shovel.
well, you could not be out in the sun that long.
No, I'd
Would
die.
die. She'd be dead
I'm allergic.
to the sun.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and they have to dig holes, right? To build character.
One
Not
hole
really-
every day.
One hole a day.
But yeah,
Not
it's to
enough
build
water.
character.
I don't think it built any character.
I don't
I
think
think
it
it
does either.
mostly tore them down.
I think it would make me cry.
Yeah,
I get thirsty reading about how thirsty they are.
Yeah,
They
it's
get
terrible.
1 jug of water a day. They have to make it last while they're, like, being all sweaty and gross.
Digging holes.
Digging holes in the desert in a place that has no lake. It's false.
It's lies.
Don't like it.
It's lies. But they're really not digging holes to build character.
No.
They're digging holes because this bitch,
The warden.
yeah, Warden, really wants to find
Treasure
treasure
that was buried somewhere
by
on the property.
outlaws.
By Kiss and Kate.
Barlow?
Yeah.
Carlo.
I was gonna say Carlo.
That's close.
Too many. It's too many.
Too much alliteration. That's very.
Illiterary.
Hey! This one. But it's treasure that she stole from somebody. A
lot of somebody.
Stanley's, like, ancestor. She stole some shit from him.
Well, she stole some stuff from him. It was his case.
Mm-hmm.
It has his name on it. But then she stole, like, all the other stuff she stole from
Yeah,
everybody.
from
and she put
everybody.
it in there.
But she stole from
You don't know that
him.
until the end.
You don't. She stole it from him because their family, they were cursed because of the no good, dirty, rotten pig
Pig
stealing
stealing great-great-grandfather.
He stole a pig.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
He never took the gypsy woman up the mountain and sang to her while she drank from the stream
That ran
runs
uphill. It's terrible.
Yeah.
He's the worst. We hate him.
Yeah.
He cursed his descendants forever until Stanley, our favorite little Stanley, who was innocent and sent to this camp for no reason,
No reason whatsoever.
carried her descendant up the hill and sang to him
His
while
name
he
was
drank.
Hector.
Hector. But they called him Zero.
Yeah.
I don't think he was Zero.
No,
I
me
think he
neither.
was a hero.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else called him Zero because they're jerks.
Yeah, that's true. And it's because he didn't talk much, but that's just because they never really gave him a chance.
I really just want to give him a hug.
It's true. He's very huggable. I would presume.
Apparently the guy that plays him in the movie became an actor. I mean, a rapper. And forgot about it until just this moment.
Yay!
Yay!
Knowledge.
More beer.
But yeah, it's about their adventures in trying to, figure out this crazy situation with this bitch who's the warden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, she, pretends to be nice, but she's not.
Yeah, she's awful.
She's like, I'm gonna be your friend.
She, wants them to get bitten by the lizards that are gonna kill them.
The
Yellow
spotted lizards.
Yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
Their spots.
Forgot
They're
about
yellow.
them.
They're
They bite
poison.
you when you die.
Bad news. Don't want.
Oh, when you eat a lot of onions, you're safe from the lizards.
Just so you know.
More beer.
Clearly that's the solution to my burping. But yeah. So, yeah, the onions, they cure you. Keep you safe.
Yeah,
they protect you. Protect. That's the word. From the lizards.
They don't want to bite you when you smell all ranky stank.
It's
like a whole bunch of stanky onions.
Onions are stinky. It's true. It's true. They stink. They're delicious. Though.
Yeah.
I
don't
enjoy
like
them.
raw as much. I like cooking
I
them.
mean, I like them raw, but not just like an apple, just bite an onion, because I'm
I
not
always
about
wonder,
that life.
if I was in a mountain, hiding out from this camp that done me wrong, if I found a whole bunch of onions, I'd be like, oh shit, yeah, some onions. I'm just gonna eat them.
question their sanity when they're hiding and they find the sploosh.
Right?
It was canned preserves from who the fuck knows when ago.
100 years or 200
Oh,
years.
here's some fruit. Let me just eat it.
80 years.
What? Why? I'm surprised they lived to tell about it.
Bacteria. It's probably why Zero had all the stomach problems.
Probably.
He ate more of the sploosh.
Too much sploosh.
Too much
Guys, too much sploosh.
Don't
Sploosh is bad news.
Except I kind of want to try it. Maybe not 80-year-old sploosh, but
Make some sploosh.
yeah.
We don't know what's in it, though.
Peaches, cinnamon, other shit.
More peaches.
More
Just
peaches.
Peaches all day, every day.
I know that there's cinnamon in it though.
Yeah, it's like peach pie filling or something. I don't even
My
know.
mouth is drooly.
Is it because of the sploosh?
Maybe.
But yeah, so that's the gist of the situation.
It's a gist.
It's quite a long gist, really. We talk a lot.
Whatever.
It's cool. But, yeah, so, why'd you get this book? Yeah, but why'd you get this book?
I don't fucking know.
Yes, you do.
So I got it because somebody told me. I swear it was my cousin. You know which one I'm talking
A
about.
liar.
Cousin. I'm pretty sure. Might have been some other completely random person who was being completely...
Although in this scenario, a liar.
Yeah. Whoever this was lied to me.
They lied.
told me that it was about this dude who wanted to dig a hole in the ground and get to the other side of the earth. I was like, I don't think that's going to work. But I kind of want to see what happens.
It's not true.
So start reading it.
And it's not about that at all. My reason, much less exciting. But still exists. I got it because I was at the bookstore. And I saw the name of the author, which I'm still not sure if we're pronouncing it right. But I had read another book by him. It's a book of short stories called Sideways Stories from Wayside School.
I have not read that yet.
I loved it so much, I read it like 4 times because I was that kid. And it was like about all these kids and their school and all the weird things that happened. And this was like a full-length novel that he wrote. And I was like, oh, I need to read it. And so my dad bought it for me. And it was very exciting. Very exciting story. That happened sometime between 1998 and now.
Yeah. From the time it was published.
In 1998.
Until today.
Until today. The specifics elude me at this moment.
Right. I mean, it's been a while.
Yeah, it was definitely closer to 1998 than now.
Yep.
But,
I don't remember things from that time in my life very well.
It's true.
It's been a while.
But, I loved it. It was a great book.
Yeah, me too. I've read it multiple times. I don't know how many. A handful.
It's been a couple, at least.
At least 3.
3 or 4, probably.
At least 3. I can confidently say that.
I could probably agree.
But it could be more than that.
Every once in a while I would, like, get bored. And after I'd read it, you fly through it. It's a quick read. And
you really you're like, I need to know what happens. So you just keep turning
and,
the
like,
page
it's just, the language is totally easy for people to understand because it was written for kids.
Yeah.
I'm just a giant kid, and I still love it. I need to reread it. Even though we're talking about it, but talking about it now is just like getting me all excited to like reread it.
It's been too long.
But read it, and yeah, it's really easy to read. So like the multiple times that I've read it, like after the first time, I definitely tore through it in like, I don't know, a night when I got bored and ran out of something else to read. It's been some years though since I've read it last.
Yeah. I couldn't even tell you how long it took me to read it when I read it in the times of various points in my life when I did read it, because I don't remember.
Right.
Really great storytelling.
Yeah.
I do want to read more stuff by him.
You should read Sideways Stories because it's awesome. He also released like a puzzle book that was Sideways Math from Wayside School.
But what if you have trouble with normal math?
I do. Have you met me? Math is a challenge.
You're a challenge.
Your face is a challenge.
I love you.
I love you too.
More beer.
Wine and beer. If you know where that came from, you're the coolest.
Yep, we like you.
Yeah. But yeah, and just like easy read. Also gave me just a lot of feelings.
Yeah.
So many feelings.
Yeah.
All the feelings.
I don't even. It's been a while since I read it, but like. It's like you read it and you're just like, oh my gosh. And then, like, I have this overwhelming feeling about how, like, the history connects to the present, whether you know it or not.
How.
Yeah.
You didn't know how.
And then you think about, like, not just in stories, but, like, in real life. Like, what happened 100 years ago that directly affects whether or not you're in the desert digging holes?
Yeah. And it's crazy because they interconnect it in such a way that, like, it totally makes sense. And there's just no way. There's no way in real life. But also, because it's this huge big picture and it's like super awe-inspiring, but also just like as things are happening, you're getting mad.
Yeah.
And then you're like sad about things. And then you see things that happened in the past and you want to cry more. And then, you know, things start to resolve themselves and you're super happy when the kids have a victory, you have a victory. You're like, I swear at one point I probably threw this book across the room. I was getting so frustrated. Like
I don't think I ever did that, but it looks like it did. I think it apparently bent the page.
Yeah, this is her copy. Mine's at home. We're at her. I'm like kind of an emotional person anyway. Shocking. Yeah. So like I'm reading a book and like I end up with like crushes on fictional characters. I'm that girl, you know? And it's a problem. You're a woman! She's a bad influence with the beer. She's a beer influence. Clever wordplay. Haha.
Beer fluence?
Maybe. Maybe a little.
Whatever.
Your face.
I just wanted to, kind of want to try it again.
She didn't like it the first time she tried it. She's drinking something else, and I'm drinking the beer she doesn't enjoy in her fridge.
Well, I'm already drunk. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like lemonade. It's delightful.
Yeah.
Let's talk about whether we learned anything new. Did you learn anything new? I learned not to steal pigs. Most importantly, not to steal pigs. Also, not to drink 100-year-old peach preserves, because that will give you stomach problems.
Also, running away from a bad situation
Makes
because
it
it
worse.
sucks doesn't mean it's going to get better.
No.
Although in this case it does. But you don't know until you get to the end.
And it gets worse way before it gets better.
It gets so much worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
Zero passes out. Stanley has to carry him. If he hadn't lost all his weight and built all that muscle, digging a whole bunch of souls.
Bunch of souls. He digs souls.
Shoes.
But mostly, learn not to steal pigs, not to have stomach problems, and not to run away from bad situations. That's probably what they wanted the takeaway to be. But
yeah, but then it ends well.
It does.
But before you know that, I was really concerned. This is what I remember. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? They're going to die in the desert because they ran away. I was like, excuse me, there's an oasis, like, nearby. That is the only water for, like, hundreds of miles, and you're going to run towards a giant mountain because it looks like a thumb.
Yeah. Weird. Clearly they were not teaching geography at this camp.
No.
Camp.
It looks like a thumb until you get closer. It's a mountain. Before that, you die of dehydration.
Lame.
I like water.
But we learned things, is the point here. But yeah. And also, the characters, learned some things about them. Like the warden.
She's a
bitch. She's a bitch.
She's a
I feel
bad
like
person.
we probably already touched on that.
Yeah.
But it's very important that it needs to be said.
And you know what else is important that needs to be said? Bitches are a result of their environment.
It's true.
Her grandfather made her dig holes forever and ever, her whole life. And trying to find this treasure that was buried on their property.
Built it up in her mind into this huge thing, and like she needed to find it.
So she made this camp. It's not camp.
It's not a camp.
I'm really upset that it's not a camp.
I know, I wanted it to be camp. And Stanley wanted it to be camp because he'd never been to camp before.
Right?
And now
a terrible camp
image
experience.
of camp ruined.
Except he got rich, so that's kind of cool.
I mean, yeah, but his
I would go to
camp is still ruined.
I'd go to non-camp to get, like, a lot of money.
Yeah, but he didn't know that.
No.
You'd have to know that going in to be, like, okay with it.
Yeah, until then I'd want to cry all the time.
Yeah,
hey, maybe I would run away
and
in
you
the
know
middle
what?
of the
You would be
desert.
too dehydrated to cry all the time.
Yeah. And
also you'd die from the sun and the lizards.
I'd just suffocate.
Yeah, it'd be terrible. It'd be a terrible experience.
Wouldn't have to worry about it anymore.
But yeah. Didn't say that I don't think it would remind me of any other books or any other movies, except for maybe the movie that was made out of it.
Yeah.
Because that movie was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
The only movie that I would say generally and fairly accurately depicts and conveys the feel of the book, you know, without completely trashing it and
throwing it just out a window
and
pissing on it, basically.
And stomping on it and rolling over it with 8 cars.
I have a lot of emotions about a lot of movies made out of books.
Yeah.
But this one,
it's
very good.
It's good. It's not exactly the same. It's a bit different. You know, it has to be different.
Well, yeah, because scripting and time limits and, you know, whatever. But pretty legit overall.
It feels good. It feels good in my soul. And
you heard it from the source, folks. Feels good in her soul. I killed Amber. She's dead now.
I was on the questions.
It was... Yes, that's true. Other than, would you recommend it?
Yes.
Absolutely. Would absolutely recommend it to anyone. Children.
Go out.
Adults.
Now.
Adult children.
I don't care how old you are.
No.
Although, if you are under 21, don't do what we're doing. You're not allowed to yet.
And also, clearly it's a bad decision.
Right, what are we doing? You should be questioning our motives.
But whether you're 8 or 80, this book.
It's a good one.
Read it. Read it. It's wonderful.
It's beautiful.
It's great.
I love it.
And it was nice to meet all of you fine folks. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peace out.